Dan the Natural Man Show. Hello everyone, it's Wednesday, hump day, correct? Today I want to talk about heart disease. It's still killing us left and right. It's like a scour that spread across the land and it's just mowing us down. And you go to the doctor, you go to the heart doctors and the heart surgeons, they'll tell you that's just life, most of them. It's genetic. The best we can do for you is give you pills and surgery. But you're going to die of heart disease anyway, despite our best efforts. Now, what if I told you that this isn't true? Heart disease is possible to prevent and even reverse. And you don't have to be a victim to your genetics. Yes, some of us may have genetics that make us more prone to heart disease. But how we live depends on whether we express these genetics or not. We can live in a way that expresses our genetics toward developing heart disease, or we can live in a way that expresses our body's ability to prevent and even reverse heart disease. And you know, a lot of people in this world, I've had clients, I've had family members that say, yeah, well, even if it does work, that lifestyle you teach, I just want to live and enjoy my life and have fun and eat what I want and drink and do drugs and all this stuff. Because to them, that's an enjoyable life. That is an enjoyable lifestyle. But let me ask you this question. What if the last 10 to 20 years of your life, you were riddled with all sorts of health problems and diseases caused by lifestyle factors? Do you think you would enjoy your life if for the last 10 or 20 years or even 30 years of your life, you're in and out of the doctor's office, hospitals, getting procedures that are very uncomfortable, painful, taking drugs with side effects that make you feel like crap all the time, send you home? And the thing about it is these procedures and pills, they're doing nothing to heal you. They may make you feel a little bit better, but I can assure you your quality of life is going to be drastically lower than before these diseases got to such an advanced stage. And I've seen this in people. Unfortunately, I had to witness this in my own dad. The last about 15, well, probably about 20 years of his life, he started getting sick. First thing was cancer. He had some cancer. Second thing was prostate problems, where they had to go in there and do surgery 2 or 3 times, which led to him impotent, which was another that depressed him, of course. After that was heart disease, heart attack, led to heart failure eventually, but he also had chemotherapy for the cancer before the heart attack and heart failure. And if you look at the research, chemotherapy is very, very well known to cause heart failure. But of course my dad was a drunk, and you know, he was one of these people that lived for the excitement of life, and his arena was drinking, drugging, all these physical things, these physical pleasures. So what am I getting at here? The lifestyle that I teach, the plant-based diet, and the herbs, and the exercise, and the prayer, and the relaxation, and the love, all these things, if you do them, can equal a really, really happy and exciting life as well. And I'm not going to sit here and promise anybody anything, because I'm a real healer. I'm a real health coach. Look, we can't control everything. We don't have total control over anything. That's just life as humans. But as far as heart disease goes, today we're on the topic of a heart disease. As far as this goes, there's a doctor Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, you know, he worked in the hospital for years. He saw many people go to get heart surgery. He saw the same people back just a few years later to get more heart surgery. And so he knew it was a big scam. He's like, well, this isn't curing anything. So he had to step out of his medical training and do his own research, because they don't teach you this in medical school. They don't teach health in medical school. They teach pills and surgery. So Esselstyn found there are actually cultures of people in the world that don't get heart disease and die of heart disease. So he started studying it deeply, and he learned that these people, they ate a plant-based diet. And so he decides to do his own study, okay? He finds, I believe it was 10 or 15 people with such severe heart disease. Now these people have already been through all the surgeries that they can take, all the stents that they can take. They were sent home to die by their cardiologist. So Esselstyn took him in, and he interviewed them all and said, you have to absolutely promise me that you will stick 100% to this plant-based diet that I was designed. If you're not willing to do that, I don't want you in my study. And these people were so sick, some of them, even if they go to lay down, they couldn't, because their heart was so weak it would stop pumping. These people were like on death's door. Long story short, he puts them on the 100% plant-based diet with no added oils, no added sugars, and no added salts. And I think all of them but one recovered. Now these people in the typical medical system, eating the typical standard American diet, getting the typical medical procedures, heart surgery, stents, eating the sad diet, Western diet full of meat and oils and all this crap, they're destined to die. They're going to have a heart attack or a stroke, and they might survive the first one or the second one, but they're going to eventually die of heart disease, because heart disease is systemic, and it keeps growing. You see, it just keeps growing. But what Esselstyn found is if you go on the 100% plant-based diet, that the disease will stop growing. And in some patients, even their arteries started to clear themselves. And even the patients that the arteries did not clear, he found that the plaque that they already had would, the way he put it, would become stable. So it wouldn't break off and cause a heart attack or stroke if you stayed on the diet, because he found that it was all the fats from the animal foods and the oils and all this crap that was causing new plaques to develop. It was the new plaques, they call them juvenile plaques. These plaques are soft. They're more likely to break off and kill you. So what you do is you stop eating the foods that cause the new plaques. And so you do that, you go on the plant-based diet, you're not feeding the new plaques anymore, and the old plaques are solidified and hardened where they cannot cause heart attacks or strokes any longer. And so this was the first study. He had like a 98% success rate. They didn't have any more heart attacks or strokes, and these people had severe heart disease, severe. He wanted to do another study with over 100 people, I think. Had another 98, 99% cure rate, no more heart attacks or strokes, and people with severe heart disease. Now, go back to my teacher, Dr. Christopher, back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, the herbalists, were herbalists. He knew this. He was healing people back then with a plant-based diet and herbs. And if you want to know about herbs that can help, of course, remember the foundation is going to be your whole foods, plant-based diet. And if you want to get more specific, you can look at Dr. Esselstyn or whatever. But the diet is based around fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and Esselstyn doesn't even let you have any nuts or seeds or avocado, especially if you're really sick. So the herbs that you want to look into to complement your 100% plant-based diet with no added fats are going to be your top 3: cayenne pepper, hawthorn berry, well, let's do 4, garlic and ginger. Cayenne pepper, hawthorn berry, garlic and ginger. Those 4 herbs can keep the cardiovascular system healthy, keep the heart strong. But if you're eating a bunch of crap, a bunch of ice cream, a bunch of red meat, a bunch of junk food pastries, no herb in the world is going to be able to save you from that. So it has to be a combination, plant-based diet and herbs. And I preach exercise. Exercise is very, very, very important. But Esselstyn, he wanted to find out just how powerful the diet was. So his study was just the plant-based diet alone. and it was able to allow these people's bodies to heal. But that's not to say the exercise isn't necessary, because exercise is necessary. Cardiovascular and weight training, some kind of resistance training, I still recommend those as well. So if you don't want to die of heart disease, or you want to greatly reduce your risk of dying of heart disease and developing heart disease, you want to live a happy life with a healthy heart. Because look, being healthy does equal a pretty happy life. It's your choice, of course it's your choice. But I'm here, I was born to inform people of things that they're not hearing from the mainstream. So, if you like the video, please like it and share it. Check out my page, danthenaturalman.com. Leave me comments, questions below. And remember, until next time, keep it natural.